I'm not going to trip. I'm not going to spaz. I'm not going to do it. As simple as this, man. Like, the whole time I'm watching this game, in the first quarter, I'm like, yeah, these dudes are playing at half speed. They feel like they could win this game going away. They've already played the Kings twice. They've won twice. They just beat the Rockets. They beat the Wolves earlier this week. It felt like, yeah, you know what? They're going to mess around, and then they're going to put their feet on the pedal, and they're going to win the game, put the game away. And what happened was they did. They went up 13 in the third quarter, but for some reason, the defense never, ever settled in, even after they had these great bursts of offensive energy. And the Denver Nuggets, they lose their fourth game of the year. And just so people understand, they've now lost 4 games to the Kings, very bad team. The Bulls, bad team now. Good sometimes, but bad team. Blazers, mid-team. Warriors, say mid-team. And in all of those games, they were killed off jump shooting. If you remember how the stretch of the games went, they couldn't get enough stops from the jump shooting on the perimeter in particular. And in today's game, the defense was abysmal. Now, the points in the paint was bad, but again, it was very lazy, transition stuff. It was horrible. Sacramento had 62 points in the paint. I think they had 40 in the first half. It was just running up and down, but the Nuggets had a lead. And so it's just kind of like, all right, the Nuggets are saying, we'll just keep them tight, keep them in the game, put them away when we need to. Don't do it. The Nuggets had 25 second chance points today. That's good. The Nuggets only had 8 fast break points. They gave up 23. So if you just look at the overall numbers, the Nuggets were kicking the can down the road of putting this game away multiple times, and they didn't do it. And Nikola Jokic, after playing 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists, 2 steals, and a block yesterday versus the Rockets, he had to come back tonight and score 44 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists, and it still wasn't enough because the team didn't play defense. Jamal Murray had to give you 23 points, 9 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 9-18 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. Still wasn't enough. And then on top of that, Cam Johnson gave you his best game as a Nugget. Now, he had 3 turnovers that were all bad live ball turnovers that led to points. So you don't love that. But he had 20 points today, 4 assists, like 4-7 from 3. Cam Johnson played well. So between Nikola Jokic, Cam Johnson, and Jamal Murray, you got 87 points. And you also got 20 assists. And you still didn't get the job done. Spencer Jones, he'll figure it out. Had a bad foul on DeMar DeRozan, got his hand stuck in the cookie jar. DeMar made a off the glass and 1 bank shot that put him back up 6. At that juncture, like, you just got to tip your hat. Russell Westbrook had a good game today, especially in the fourth. He had 20 points. He made some shots that, if you're going to make them, you got to live with them. He had a big corner 3, but he also had a bump fadeaway midi that he made today. I mean, you got to give him shots for that. Like, you hit it, you hit it. And then in the first half, and especially through the first 3 quarters, Dennis Schroeder gave you 21 points today. He was 3 of 3 from the field, from 3, 6 of 8 from the field. Like, you got to tip your cap. They had lost 8 straight games. The Nuggets played around. You play around with your food. This is what you get. You don't want to play defense. This is what you get. Now, Peyton Watson had 15 points today. He was +3, but the defense wasn't good enough. Cam Johnson with the +3. Jokic with the +2. Jamal Murray, he was net even, but he had to anchor with the bench. Valanciunas, good first half, not a good top of the second, fourth quarter at all. Hunter Tyson got benched today, -5, didn't do anything. Deron Holmes didn't play today. Zeke Naji didn't play. So even today, with all the injuries they're dealing with, they ran a 9-man rotation, which is fine. But you do have to try to play defense somewhere. It has to happen. But it's whatever, man. Like, I really went into this year, y'all. So that is 48 bench points to 20 bench points for Denver. I'm not shocked. I'm looking at the bench points right now. So yeah, you had 2 points from Bruce, 8 points from Hardaway, 2 from Tyson, 8 from Valanciunas. That's 20. And then I see 21, 2, 12, 7, 6. Yeah, so 21 for Schroeder. And then 21 for Westbrook. Nope, he got the start. So, 12 for Malik Monk, 21 for Schroeder, 33, Precious Achua, 7, Neat Clifford, 2, and then Raynard, 6. Yeah, bro. Yeah, 48 to 12 to 20. Now, this was a weirdly physical game today. Like, they were, the Kings announcers were just complaining about Jokic responding to Eubanks. But, like, if you just watching the game, bro, like, Eubanks is just shoving Jokic in the back. He did the same thing to Valanciunas, and then he shoved Valanciunas in the back. Valanciunas in response with a physical shoulder, he drops to the ground, and they call a charge. And so Jokic got fouled at the rim multiple times today, and just kind of like, so he was selling it today. Because if you're going to not call these fouls, then I'm just going to lean into it. But it's unfortunate, man, because, like, the Nuggets, like I said, they should have won this game. Like, they had multiple opportunities to win today's game. Multiple opportunities. Multiple. And they just didn't do it. Just did not do it, man. So it's really frustrating. I hate that, Jokic just had to play as many minutes as he did today, and Jamal Murray. But I'll be honest with y'all, I really made the decision that especially for games like this, like, are the Kings better than them? No. Are the Blazers better than them? No. Are the Warriors better than them? No. Are the Bulls better than them? No. But off a back-to-back, it's a tight spot. They beat a fully healthy Wolves team. That's their nemesis this week. And they then beat the Houston Rockets, who I think are the third best team in the league this year. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, they're not perfect. They're not a perfect team. They're a really good team, but not a perfect team. But they got Memphis coming up. That should be a win. They got San Antonio. That should be a win. They got Phoenix coming up. That should be a win. They got Dallas coming up. It should be a win. They got Indiana coming up. That should be a win. Atlanta coming up. That should be a win. Charlotte coming up. That should be a win. Orlando. They have all of these games are winnable. They could go on another win streak here, but they have to tap in. And then they got Houston, Utah, Dallas, Minnesota. Like, they are the next several stretch of games for them are all games they should win. They're 9-2 so far in November. 9-2 so far. So, yeah, they're dealing with injuries to Brown, Aaron Gordon, Julian Strother. We don't know what the situation is with Aaron Gordon right now. We'll find out here soon. But, y'all, I'm just watching this game go back and forth. In the fourth quarter, I'm just like, dude, somebody just – again, Jamal Murray just goes crazy. Like, he hits a Malik Monk with a behind-the-back sidestep 3, goes up 4. And at that point, it's kind of like, all right, bet, like, respond. But then they overhelp on Zach LaVine to give a wide corner 3. Again, that was Spencer Jones on that play. You overcorrect on LaVine, you give up a wide open 3. You don't give it that 3, you might win the game. So Jokic got back in the game down 6. Jokic left the game. It was 92-91. Not great, but then he comes back in the game, he's down 6. Jokic then hits a 3 immediately. He then gets into the post and hits a 2. Jamal Murray got an and 1. Cam got a 3 off of Jokic short roll pass. Jokic was going crazy down the stretch of the game. But, yeah, man, like, I don't want to overanalyze this. I just really don't, man. I just think that you give the Kings credit. Like, they got to win today. They lost 8 straight. The Bulls had lost 5 straight before they beat Denver. They want to win, and they want to beat the best team. The Kings, they already got beat by Denver twice this year. They lost 8 straight by double digits. We want to get a win. They came in here, they beat Denver. They played good enough and well enough to win the game. You give them credit. The Nuggets did not. And you can't just waltz into rooms and waltz into courts thinking you're just going to run through everybody. Now, again, it's back-to-back. The energy wasn't there. The defensive energy was not there, was not the same. They did not have it. So you're not like OKC, for instance. Like the thing that makes them what they are is that they're so young. They have so many defenders that they just throw waves at you. Waves at you. So you don't catch a break. So they can be 15-1 because they're just you're not going to topple that kind of defensive intensity. But the issue is with Denver, when they bring defensive intensity, they're a really good defensive team. But when they don't, they fall back into these old habits, and a lot of it's miscommunication And then when they miscommunicate, everything falls apart. So they can have a great defensive game yesterday. For instance, they held the Houston Rockets to the lowest point total on the season so far, 109. No one has held them to that less a few points so far this year. But then you go here today, you don't play any defense and you get beat. So, yeah, it's just that simple, man. Like, I just think Nuggets fans, I mean, I know some of y'all are going to overreact because that's just what it is. That's the nature of the business. But I'm just telling y'all right now, it's just like, you know the Kings aren't better than the Nuggets. You know the Bulls aren't better than the Nuggets. So, like, do the math. If you play down to a level that allows for you to get disconnected, discombobulated, and you miscommunicate, and you're missing two starters, you put yourself in a situation to lose the game. But they're trying to manufacture new offense, new defense with new personnel. Yeah, like, and then by the time, again, it's the same thing with the Wolves in Game 7 in 2024. If you give players confidence, they're going to start hitting crazy shots. Yeah, Sammy, no Domantas Sabonis. Like, think about it. They didn't even have their best player. And you still lose. So it's a mentality thing. It's what's happening up here. And it's an effort thing. It's an energy thing. Like, you don't have the same energy as you had last night, and you're playing versus the worst team. So, you know, you pack it in and you say, we're not going to play defense tonight, and then you get beat. Now, again, most situations you come away with the win. When you play versus the Kings, you come away with the win. They've been dominating versus the Kings. But not every night's going to be the same. So you can't just decide that, you know, you're just not going to play defense for an entire day. So it's definitely frustrating. I was looking forward to them being 13-3, but they'll be 12-4. But y'all, they got a chance, man. Like I said, I just read you the schedule off. Like, they can put it away. They got the next 6: Memphis, San Antonio, Phoenix, Dallas, Indiana, and Atlanta. They win the next 6, they're at 20-4. They have a chance to do it. But Sacramento should have been the start of that, if you ask me. So, definitely frustrating, you all. I get it. You know, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. You know, definitely wanted better minutes from the bench tonight. But at the end of the day, you know, the Nuggets, they just need to be healthy right now. I mean, that's just the biggest thing. They just need to be healthy. They're dealing with a lot right now. Jokic definitely had a phenomenal game, but it just doesn't matter. Like, you just can't. You know, you just can't be in that situation, you know. But the Nuggets, they can respond. They have a game on November 24th on Monday at Memphis, and then they have San Antonio after that, a little bit of a break. It would have been nice to get a win today. Then you get a win in Memphis, and then now you can head to San Antonio with a 1-2 game break, or actually a 3-day break. They get 3-day break between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But again, that's why you get a win in Memphis. You can kind of bounce back a little bit, get to 13-4, and then feel good about it. Really good start to the year off. I mean, if anybody would have said the Nuggets starting off 13-4 this year, I think everybody would have been elated by that. So I think that's some perspective to keep in this situation. But yeah, y'all, that's going to do it for the episode, man. Y'all know what time it is. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. This is your boy Swipa. See you on the other side.